Hi everyone and welcome to the Free Range Diva. So recently many of you have discovered my Collagen 101 video and as a result have subscribed. So I want to say hello to all of you and welcome. And in addition, I've been getting a lot of questions on that video. So I decided to do an update as well as answer as many of those questions as I can. And I talked to the company, I did some of my own research. So let's just dive in, I guess questions first, and then we will talk about an update on how I'm doing on the Vital Proteins Collagen peptides. Here we go. So several of you asked about the amount of protein that's actually in the supplement, in the Vital Proteins. And they list that the recommended amount, which is 2 scoops, contains 20 grams of the peptides, of the collagen peptides. So I talked to customer service, and they said that translates. It translates at about 90%. So that means that you're getting about 18 grams of protein in 2 scoops of that product. The peptides, you see, are the building blocks of protein. So they actually, create protein in the body, I'm assuming, and that's why the discrepancy where you lose about 10%. But that's pretty good. 18 grams is definitely a healthy amount of protein for the scoop size. I also had questions about calcium, if there's any calcium in it. Also about the marine collagen, and something that I mentioned in the first video about hypercalcemia, and whether or not you can supplement calcium along with the supplement. So according to customer service, there are trace amounts of calcium in the supplement, but not enough to warrant putting anything on where you would have to put anything on the label. They recommend that as far as how it will react in your body, that you consult your medical professional as far as whether or not you can supplement calcium along with it. As far as because there's no calcium in it, if you are healthy and you just want to take calcium, to help your bones or for your heart or whatever reason, then there should not be a problem, but they do suggest that you talk to your doctor just to be sure. Especially you want to compare with supplementation along with how much calcium you're actually getting in your diet, whether or not you even need to supplement. As far as hypercalcemia, I mentioned it. I had found some studies that said that the marine type of collagen could cause hypercalcemia, which is a raising of the calcium levels in the body. But there are many things that can cause this. The calcium levels are not raised because of supplementation. They're raised because the calcium is leaching out of the bones. And there are a variety of causes, including parathyroid issues, cancer, even supplementing too much calcium and vitamin D, although that is not a common cause for hypercalcemia. Next question. A viewer wanted to know if there was any type 2 collagen available on the market that did not have the additional chondroitin, sulfate, and hyaluronic acid added to it. If you take a supplement, like I mentioned, Doctor's Best or any of the tablet type supplements, they usually come with something called the BioCell collagen, and that's a patented or trademarked form of collagen that includes type 2 plus chondroitin, sulfate, and hyaluronic acid. So often if you see type 2 collagen taken in pill form or capsule form, it's going to have those two nutrients in it. So this particular viewer, I've got notes right here if you're wondering why I'm looking down. This particular viewer said that her husband had a problem with the synthetic or the added chondroitin sulfate. So I found that there is a brand called Ancient Nutrition, and they make something called their bone broth from multiple sources powder, in powder form. And the sources are types 1, 2, and 3. I asked Vital Proteins if they had a similar product, and they do. It's called Cartilage Collagen, and it comes in capsule form. And they said at that moment they were out of stock, but it would be coming back into stock soon. I had a viewer, so there was a viewer in Malaysia who was asking about, apparently he can't get this type of supplement there. So I told him that the best way to get the benefits of the collagen, and as well as all the other minerals that go along with it, is to make bone broth. And so I want to talk a bit about bone broth because it's not the same as chicken broth that you go to the store and buy. When you open up a thing of chicken broth, it'll pour right out as liquid. Bone broth, when it is at cooler than room temperature, depending on the, your room, it'll be gelatinous. That's your key, and you get that by, well, actually I did a whole video on it. Basically you're simmering your bones that have been cooked, that are left over from chicken or beef or whatever, and you simmer those slowly over a period of time, and the bones break down and release their bone building material, including the collagen. And so this is something that is a real highly nutritious food. It's made in cultures across the world, and it's a basic and easy way of getting your collagen, and it's pretty cost efficient too. I also had someone ask if there was a vegetarian way of dealing with joint pain, because obviously she did not want to take, she did not want to use collagen because she does not eat meat. So I had told her to look for something called Tea Relief. It's a homeopathic remedy. I have used it. I've given it to my dog. His vet recommended it. And they have, it's for pain relief. It's an anti-inflammatory, but it's a very safe, natural anti-inflammatory that uses the body's natural ability to heal itself to its maximum advantage. There is one that comes in a blue, in a bottle. They have a bottle with blue writing on it and a bottle with green writing, and the green one is specifically for joint pain. The blue one is for just regular, like headache or body aches or anything like that. But look for that. You can find it in your health food stores. But yeah, look for Tea Relief if you want some, something that will give you some relief from pain, but is more of a vegetarian source. They have lactose in it, a small amount. That's it. Finally, I had a viewer ask about diarrhea. She had been taking the supplement and was having that side effect from it. And so I talked to the company, and they said that this is not unheard of, but it's also not common. So if something like that is happening, they recommended that you discontinue the use, see your doctor. Could be that you're just taking too much, but it's better to be safe than sorry, and there is always bone broth. So that's all the questions, and I hope that my answers were helpful. I can tell you, actually, I will show you. I had to stop and change batteries, so if the camera angle looks a little bit different, that's why. So yeah, what I was going to say is that I have had so much success with the supplementation. I got the big size. I didn't want to run out, and I have been able to do my regular whatever I wanted to do without pain. And indeed, I have really stressed my back and pushed it to the limit a couple of times. And no ill effects so far. I'm really, really thankful. So I can tell you that I still take 5 grams. Before I was putting it in smoothies, but now I just put it in my morning coffee. And that way I know I've done it and it's out of the way. I don't have to think about it anymore. And it's been working out great. I recently, 2 things I can share. I recently went on vacation, and that first day, the traveling on the plane, I had to lift up my suitcase into the overhead, take it down. I dragged it around airports, loaded it into the trunk of the car, unloaded it. and spent a good part of that day walking because I did a tour that day as well. And I expected to have a problem. I mean, I had brought my pain meds and my antispasm stuff, but no, I had a little bit of pain that evening when I finally got to the hotel. And I got into a hot bath with an Epsom salts, an Epsom and mineral salt detox bath, and went to sleep and was fine. And I never had an issue with it the whole time I was gone. Additionally, I had my storage container, which has been in store. I've had most of my things in storage for the last 10 years. I know it's horrible. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but I finally had it delivered and unloaded, and I've been going through boxes upon boxes and upon boxes, and this has been going on for the last couple of months, a little bit at a time. I would, like maybe work several hours one day and then not the next day, rest the next day, and then go back to it again. And so I've been unloading things and repacking and storing and rearranging, and no issues. So this is the only change that I had made. I mean, obviously I, still eat a nutritious diet, and I have been incorporating yoga back in because I can actually do it now and it doesn't, hurt my back. And this has been the only change. I first noticed the pain easing off after about 3 weeks. I have, in case you're wondering, I have a pinched nerve as well as degenerative disc or arthritis of the spine. And the discs were pressing on a nerve, and that was causing paralysis and leg spasms and, basically uncontrolled, I wasn't able to control my legs. So it took some medication. I'm off the medication, by the way. I've been off ever since I started this, actually. And was just dealing with some residual pain after coming off the medication. And so that's why I turned to the Vital Proteins. I haven't even been back to the acupuncturist because everything just feels normal now. So this has been a success for me. I hope that those of you that are suffering, if you try this, that it can, really give you some relief. For those that are, looking for better hair, skin, and nails, I can say that after 4 months, I'm seeing, like little regrowth around the hairline. Not as much as I'd like, but I have a feeling that there's probably some other things going on that is causing the hair loss at the hairline anyway. So hopefully those things will be addressed, and then once they are, I would look forward to having a thick hairline again. So again, I thank you all so much for watching today, for spending this time with me. I hope you all are having a great day. And until I see you again, I wish you a beautiful day and a beautiful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!